Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. It is Chris here from Creaseworks, and we are just getting back from WPPI, the Wedding and Portrait Photographers International Conference in Las Vegas. It was an amazing time, and I got to meet a whole lot of people there. It was incredible to meet so many other photographers and filmmakers, to study and learn from some of the best in the industry, and just to connect with people in a way that I normally don't get to in person. So I was really grateful for the opportunity to get out there and check it out. That said, there are a couple things that I saw on the show floor that I wanted to share with you all that I thought would be very interesting. And so with that said, here is a best of list of WPPI 2023. As I walked around the show floor, I saw a couple different things that caught my eye. A couple of them being cameras, obviously, because it is a camera trade show as well as a conference. And so you saw the big players there, Canon, Sony, Nikon. And with the Canon booth, they had a setup of all their current cameras there, as well as some live demos. And what I found really cool was getting a chance to go hands-on with the Canon EOS R8. It is an incredible camera for the price, $1,500, and you get almost the same value out of it as you would an R6 II. For what you're paying for it and the features that you get, it's incredible value. I can see a lot of people getting that camera as their first full-frame EOS R camera because of just how much power it gives you for price. It reminds me of the Sony a7 III a few years ago, where that was the camera to beat in terms of price and performance. Opposite from the Canon booth was the Nikon booth, and the Nikon booth had a bunch of things set up. You had a table full of Z9s with their Z-mount lenses. On one table, they had a Z6 II that was rigged with a cage, and it also had this wireless handle from Nikon that was really impressive. It felt great in the hands. It allowed full control of all your menu and selection functions. And for Nikon to come out with a side handle that made shooting video so comfortable and so easy, I want that from everybody. It is just incredible to see a small form factor as far as a camera setup and have this really nice handle that allows you to just control all your options as you normally would without having to touch the body. So I think that was one of my biggest highlights coming away from the show this year. Sony brought some of the cameras out as well as some of their new G Master lenses. So that included the new 50mm f1.4 G Master. I held it, I played with it for a little bit. The focus was amazing. It's fast, it's quick, it's sharp. And for someone who I use the old Zeiss 50mm f1.4, I found it to be a very nice upgrade, and I can see a lot of people going for it just because it is so lightweight. It's going to just save you in your hands and your back a lot of pain. So I would definitely recommend that if you are a Sony shooter. As I walked around the show floor, I saw things from Aperture and Westcott, and what really got my eye was that the fact that the lights that they were putting out there on the show floor were so small. You have lights that could produce so much power, but just about this big. And the fact that you could have such a tiny setup and be able to do so much with it, I think is going to be incredible for people who are one-person shooting teams. So if you're just one photographer by yourself, one video maker by yourself, and you need to set up something very quickly and efficiently, just having that versatility and that small package where you can just set up and go, I find that incredible. Last on my list is Fuji. Now, Fujifilm was a big sponsor of this year's show, and they had the booth to show for it. One of the things that they were pushing is their camera to cloud technology. So this works with Frame.io. If you're not familiar with Frame.io, it is a service that allows you to upload your video work and have your team review it in real time. And so with this, it's connecting it was the Fuji X-H2S that they had as a demo unit, and you could take photos with it. You could go on photo walks and you can upload those photos straight to the cloud. with a wireless connection, and it was incredible to see it work in real time. I think that for that feature on places where you just need a quick turnaround time is going to be incredibly useful. And I also got to play with the GFX 50S2. So this is a medium format camera, and I found the images coming out of this to be stunning. It is different than any camera that I've shot with, especially when it comes to portraits. It's a little bit slower in focusing, but considering that it's made for more studio-oriented work, I found it very useful, and I found it very intriguing what the images look like. I'm not a pixel peeper, but I did want to see how it looked when I zoomed in, and everything was clean and sharp, and it offered so much resolution that it just created these beautiful images, especially with the medium format sensor offering a different depth of field versus a full frame or an APS-C sensor. So that's it. That's my best of WPPI 2023. What was your favorite thing that you saw in the video? Let me know in the comments. My name is Chris, and I will see you in the next one.